Hello everyone and welcome to English Factory. Hope you guys are having a good time and keeping safe. So today we are going to do class 12th Vistas Prose 1, the third level by Jack Finney. Children, have you ever experienced any kind of fear in your life and you felt like escaping from fear and anxiety of practical world of harsh reality to fantasy? I guess some might have certainly experienced as this fear can be exam fever, fear of losing friendship. The list is endless. Similarly, the third level by Jack Finney is about the harsh realities of war. War has irreversible consequences, thus, leaving people in a state of insecurity. It is about modern day problems and how common man tends to escape reality by various means. In this story, a man named Charlie hallucinates and reaches the third level of Grand Central Station, which only has two levels. Children, the meaning of hallucinates is an experience or a perception of having seen or heard, touched, tasted, or smelled something that isn't actually there. Let's take a brief note about the author Jack Finney. Walter Bratton Jack Finney was an American author. His best known works are science fiction and thrillers, including The Body Snatchers and Time and Again. Before we start understanding the entire lesson, let us first understand the central theme. The story, The Third Level, clearly explores the science fiction genre of time travel. The story also dwells on the theme of escapism as a psychological refuge from the grim realities of the present day world, along with the desire to stay with the past. So, here I begin with the explanation of the story, The Third Level. In New York, the Grand Central Station has two levels. Nonetheless, Charlie, a 31-year-old city resident, talks that there exists a third level. Also, he claims that he has been there. To talk about this problem, he visits his psychiatrist friend. He calls it a walking dream wish fulfillment and explains Charlie's psychology by saying that the modern world is full of fear, insecurity, war, and worry, and everybody wants to escape to some temporary refuge from reality. As for him, hobbies like stamp collection is an indicator of this escape. At times, the Grand Central Station seems like a maze to Charlie. Maze is a kind of a puzzle, children. While taking the subway earlier, he had lost his way a couple of times. One time he happened to enter the lobby of the Roosevelt Hotel, while the other time he appeared at an office building that was 3 blocks away. However, this time he loses his way and something unique occurs. Charlie visits the third level, which actually does not exist. In the silent hallway, Charlie keeps walking, turning left and sloping downwards until he touches an architecturally old station which is totally different from the two familiar levels. Moreover, this old small room with fewer ticket counters and train gates, a wooden information booth, wavering open flame gas lights and brass spittoons, all this remind him of the architecture of the 1800s. When he goes further, he sees people in outdated outfits. When he notices the date in the newspaper, The World, he sees 11th June 1894. And when he tries to buy two tickets, he realizes that he needs old currency. He always wished to travel to Galesburg with his wife Louisa. Back in his head, it is a wonderful town still, with big old frame houses, huge lawns, and tremendous trees. The place has pleasant and long summer dusk and where people have ample of time. Hence, the next day during lunch, he exchanges $300 for old currency amounting to some 200 only. In addition, the amount doesn't bother him as he believes that everything there will be cheaper. However, he could never again find the corridor that leads him to the third level. And children, when his wife came to know about this, she asked him to stop looking for it. Unexpectedly, his friend Sam Wiener also disappears and his wife keeps on looking for him in the weekends. Moreover, Sam was the one whom Charlie shares his idea about Galesburg. Yes, children, Galesburg is such a beautiful town where Charlie wants to run away from his fear and insecurity. Charlie inherited the hobby of stamp collection from his grandfather. And someday, while looking at the stamp collection, Charlie finds a letter that was earlier not there. Also, it has the postmark on a faded 6-cent stamp with a picture of President Garfield. Further, the envelope read as 18 July 1894 to Charlie's grandfather in Galesburg, and it addresses Charlie. Next, in the letter, Sam tells Charlie that he has reached Galesburg and he invites Charlie and Louisa there. After going to stamp and coin shop, he gets to know that Sam exchanged $800 for old currency bills to establish his business in Galesburg. Besides, Sam was none other than Charlie's psychiatrist with whom he shared his problem of the third level. Yes, children, there is a possibility that Charlie's psychiatrist friend Sam might also not be happy with his present life and current profession. Hence, he escaped to Galesburg to set up his business there and also calling Charlie and Louisa to that beautiful town to spend rest of their life. So, through the third level, the writer wants to escape from the modern world to peaceful and quiet old times. Now it's time to do some important questions of this chapter. Question number 1. Give a brief description of the third level. Answer. The rooms on the third level were smaller. There were fewer ticket windows and the train gates. The information booth in the center was wooden and old looking. The man in the booth wore a green eye shade and long black sleeve protectors. The lights were dim, open flame gas lights. There were brass spittoons on the floor. People were dressed in an old-fashioned manner. Next question, question number 2. How did Charlie reach the third level of the Grand Central Station? Answer. After getting late in his office, Charlie went to Grand Central to reach home early. There he entered a tunnel that ended in a corridor. The corridor turned left and slanted downwards. Charlie went on walking and reached a flight of stairs that took him to the next level of the station. The third level was different from the other two levels. Next question is question number 3. Do you think that the third level was a medium of escape for Charlie? Why? Yes, the third level was a medium of escape for Charlie from the unhappy modern world that is full of insecurity, fear, war, worry, and the like. He could never find it again at the Grand Central Station. Charlie's friend tried in vain to make him realize that his hallucinations were a result of his strong desire to escape to the peaceful times of the 1890s. Question number 4. What do you understand by a first day cover? This question is very important. Answer. Whenever a new stamp is issued, stamp collectors buy some and use them to mail envelopes on the very first day of sale, and the postmark proves the date. Such an envelope is called a first day cover. Such envelopes are not even opened. You may put a blank paper in the envelope. The main purpose is to collect a stamped postmarked envelope with the date of postmark being the same as the date of release of the stamp. Next question is question number 5. In his letter to Charlie, Sam writes, "Then I got to believing you were right. What could have made Sam begin to believe?" Answer. In the letter, Sam had informed Charlie that he was living on the third level. He had also told Charlie and his wife to keep looking for the third level. Clearly, the letter was a product of Charlie's imagination. Sam invited the narrator to the third level. It was worth it. It added that it was true, there existed the third level, and he had found that. Moving on to last question of this chapter. How did Charlie make sure that he was not in the present time? Answer. To make sure that he was not in the present time, Charlie did a reality check. He looked at the newspapers which were on sale at a kiosk and found a copy of the newspaper The World, which carried the main story on President Cleveland. Then he confirmed from the public library files that the newspaper he had seen was dated 11th June 1894. So here I come to an end of today's lesson, and I sign off with such a beautiful quote of Lloyd Alexander. Fantasy is hardly an escape from reality. It's a way of understanding it. Hope you have gained much out of today's video. Kindly like, share, subscribe and press the bell icon for notification, and follow our Instagram ID. The link is given in the description box. Waiting for your valuable comment. Thank you and stay blessed.